So it's been 20 minutes that the dough has been sitting, and I think I'm ready to make the rotis. Just showing you what I have. Um, this is the rolling pin that I've been using for years, and we kind of get this. It's like a cutting board, but it has stands on the bottom, and it helps to stand like this than laying flat on the island. So I've been using this for years. Just so that it doesn't move, I put a cloth underneath it. You can just do it on the island straight using a rolling pin. I've used the rolling pins that we get over here too, and they work really well. The only important thing is that your dough has to be pliable, like you should be able to roll easy, okay? And as long as your dough is good, you'll be able to roll the rotis and you should be good to go, okay? So this is the whole wheat flour which I'm going to use while I roll the roti, okay? And as you can see, this is the pan that I'm going to use to make the rotis. So I'm going to start the gas and let the pan heat up on medium heat and get ready. So let's get going. So now I have this dough and I'm going to roll it, you see, and normally I make a ball as big as this, you see. So we are three of us. We eat 2 rotis or 2 chapatis, as we call them, chapati, and then maybe we eat a little bit of rice, just a little bit, with dal, or we just eat roti with dal and vegetable or sabji, okay? So you see what I'm doing? I'm just rolling them on my hand so that they're ready to be rolled properly, okay? And I'm doing it with ease because my dough is nice and smooth and I'm not putting too much pressure, okay? So here you go. I have the balls ready to be rolled, okay? And so I'm going to dip this, put some flour on it, and now I want you to watch me roll. This is the key if you're not used to rolling. See how lightly I'm rolling, and do you see that the dough is kind of moving round and round? So I'm not applying pressure on it, and I'm making a nice roti out of this, okay? So because you are new, you can put some more flour, right? Like you can see, there is not too much flour on my on this where I'm rolling it. You see, no pressure, and as a result the roti is moving as I roll it. And then at a given point it stops and it's okay. Then you move it again and then just try to roll on the edges and it's ready. Okay, and then now as you see, we are going to make the roti. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera so that you can watch what I'm doing. Okay, I think this is good. You see these bubbles? So it's ready to be flipped. So you let one side cook properly and then you flip it. Okay. Back home in India, some people are very picky and then they don't like these brown spots on the roti. They think that it's not done well. So but I'm okay. They taste good with these brown spots. It's like it's touching the pan and it's getting the heat. And okay, so now this is how I do it, but I'm going to show you another way to do it too. So what I do is when it's done on both sides, I just put it on the flame and then it's ready. You see that? Now I'm going to show you another one, but I'm going to use tongs so that you understand how I do it. So one more time, let us roll one more, right? So you see this? And then at a given point it stops rolling. So you pick up the rest of the flour, and then if you think you want some more, so then you put just a little bit, right? And then see this? Right? And then just move it to the edges and it's done. So now we are ready. So this is how you pick it up, right? And now you're going to put it on the pan. See this? Put it on the pan and it's on medium heat, right? We'll wait for it to cook from the bottom. This time I'm going to use these tongs and show you actually. This is better because this is steel and it will not melt. So you see these bubbles, right? So you know that it's kind of done from the bottom. So you flip it, or you can use these tongs to flip it, okay? I'm so used to using my fingers and my hands that I just do it on auto mode. So bear with me, but this time I will show you how to use the tongs on a flame to make it fluff, okay? So when I put the rotis in a box like this or a container, I make sure that I put a paper towel underneath that so that it doesn't catch moisture. And so now it's ready. So I'm going to pick it up, right? And I'm going to flip this top part on the flame, okay? Watch. You see that? And it's done. And you can put it in the container. Good? So now I'm going to show you one more way of without using the tongs or just doing it on the pan, okay? So this gives you a chance to watch me watch and see how I'm rolling. You see, no pressure. Just make sure that you have just enough flour on your platform or the island, right? Just like how you make bread, you know, they say take some flour, right? So as long as your dough is good, your roti is going to be good. And it takes a lot of practice. I've been doing it for like 40 odd years, right? So this is ready, right? Now we are ready to bake it, so to say, right? So here you go. Now I'm going to show you another way of doing it. Now I'm going to let it cook from the bottom. See, it's getting ready. You can see those bubbles coming up, right? So now what it tells is it's kind of done from the bottom. So I'm going to flip it, right? And I'm going to let it cook from the bottom again, the other side. So it's getting done. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of putting it on the flame, right, I'm going to turn it. Remember how I put this top part on the flame and then I fluffed it, right? So what I'm going to do, and this is just so that it cooks from inside out, okay? That is why you fluff it or whatever, okay? Right now you're just doing the top, right, from both sides. Now you want to cook it from the inside too, which although it is thin, you want to cook it from the inside. So when I do this, okay, you see, just hold it and kind of let it fluff. You see? It's not the same, but you're getting it done. You see? See? So now it's done. Okay? And you get these marks. But that's okay. it just becomes a little bit crispier. And if you don't want so many marks, you can just turn the heat down and it won't get that crunchy. It will stay soft. Okay. One thing I did not tell you is you can use ghee and just apply it on top like this, just enough, not too much. Don't soak the roti with ghee, and the ghee kind of keeps it moist and soft. Okay, so one more time I'm going to show you how I'm doing all the 6 of them so that you kind of get an idea. It's going to be a long video, but I'm pretty sure it will help you. See, I'm rolling, rolling, rolling. It stops, so I'm going to put some more flour on my board, right? If you have a new cutting board, you can use the new cutting board too. As long as it's nice and flat and plain and with no bumps, then you can use the rolling pin on your cutting board. You can, if you have a marble cutting board, you can use the marble cutting board too. Okay, we have boards which are made of marble, and we use them to make roti too. So I'm going to let it cook from the bottom as usual. Until then, I'm going to roll another one. Okay, now you know I've already showed you how to roll 4 of them, so I'm kind of getting a head start while that is getting done. So it's done from one side. I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to turn the heat a little bit, turn the heat low a little bit so that we don't get those crunchy marks. We don't crunch it up. So you see, now all I'm going to do is lightly take a paper towel and put pressure from the sides, and wherever it fluffs, just touch it a little bit. You can flip it. You see this? And it's done. Then there are several ways of doing it. So now I put this on here, okay? You can also do another thing. So now I have this, right? I made an elongated shape of that ball. I pinched it in the middle, rolled it a little bit, and I'm going to put, you can use oil or ghee or whatever, you know, just a little bit in between, because you know when I made the dough, I didn't put any shortening or oil. I didn't use anything. So I'm going to show you another one. So this is this, okay? Now we are almost getting ready to get this done. You see? So now there is another way to do it. While it's happening, you can apply some ghee or oil on top. And this is another way of doing it. Okay. Not the most healthy way to eat a roti, but sometimes it's okay to pamper yourself. Okay. You see? So it might not fluff at this point, but because we are using oil, so oil is helping it cook too, oil or ghee, and then it's ready. Okay? So now, remember how I used the ghee in between this? It's in there. So I'm going to roll it and you'll see what it will do. So it's ready, okay? And then we go back. It's going to be a long video. I hope I can load it on YouTube and for you. We'll see how it goes. So you see how it's already fluffing because of the ghee it has in between. That is why it's fluffing. Okay, so you can start kind of rolling it so that it cooks from all sides, right? And then I'm going to turn it one more time. See, it cooks a little bit different, okay, when you're using oil. See this? See this? Right? And it's done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. I tried my best and happy cooking. Thanks. Bye.